A question has come up about the relationship between the kila peg of Vajrakila and Mount Meru or Sumeru, the large mountain at the center of a small Buddhist world system, of which there are many, many world systems. So Mount Sumeru is thought to be a large mountain at the center of four continents that look like islands. Each of these continents has two small islands off to the side. Surrounding all of this are rings of iron mountains and oceans. And this is what is a medieval concept of the world system, based on the Abhidharmakosha of Vasubandhu. So we have this mountain, and this mountain is actually tiered in some ways. It has these kind of horizontal structures. It's like layered platforms, and in some descriptions, the top is actually wider than the base of the mountain. Now, what does this have to do with Vajrakila? What does this have to do with the purba peg? Well, some confusion has arisen, because in some ritual texts, the actual peg that is rolled between the two main hands of Vajrakila at his chest, the peg is sometimes in literature described as being the size of Mount Meru or size of Mount Sumeru, meaning very large. The peg is just huge, universe in size. So the problem arises in art, where sometimes you find paintings of Vajrakila and the peg is in a very strange and awkward shape, where the upper top portion of the shaft is actually in the shape of Mount Sumeru, and the bottom part of the shaft is the three blades of the peg. So the confusion has arisen because of artists not understanding the texts, and the artist sometimes reading that the dagger is like Mount Meru, rather than the text saying the size of Mount Meru. If it says like Mount Meru, then the artist is interpreting that to mean the shape of the upper shaft of the kila peg is in the appearance of Mount Meru. So we get this in some paintings where we actually have, for the upper shaft, we actually have this kind of a tiered shape of not quite a rectangle, but we have these odd shapes where they're trying to imitate or copy in some way the different ways that Mount Meru is painted and depicted. So this is really the main point here is in art we can have some paintings of Vajrakila where the peg is very strange looking, and in some cases it actually looks like a full-blown Mount Meru drawing at the top. On the Himalayan Art Resources website, unfortunately, we do not have good examples of these very detailed Mount Meru paintings for the upper shaft of the peg. But we do have a number of paintings that do show that the artist is being influenced by this idea that the peg should be in the shape of a peg, rather than it just being understood by the meditating practitioner that it should represent or be similar to the size. The peg should be similar to the size of Mount Meru. So this is just a small confusion that arose between ritual literature and artists and artist depictions for the peg.